morning. Good morning. Oh, hey. I guess we'll start with that this morning. Kevin, good morning. How are you today? I thought what we'd do is we would take this morning and just reapproach our mindful approach. I feel like it's been a really busy week for a lot of us. So what we'll do is just start with a mindful approach and reminder that we're at 60 beats per minute today, and we're at A440. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Sky. Good morning, Mr. Haas. Robbie. Oh, happy Friday, Jill. That's right. We were just talking about Friday being our wind down instead of our wind up. Usually we try to gain momentum over the week and increase our attacks per beat. Good morning, Mr. Mr. Werner. We usually try to improve our situation, and a lot of us tend to improve our situation with how fast can we get the thing done. And today I would like to wonder a little bit about how slowly can I get the thing done? Can I actually enjoy what I'm doing? Especially with this, I've been really looking forward to playing this axe. Strings are new, so it's a brand new guitar, I guess. It's brand new to me. My brother's been making these things. Hey, the nut's been done. So I have a setting on my amplifier that it's at, I have a push-pull knob. I have 2 stages on this particular amp. Before we get going, I just want to let you know what I'm actually doing. First of all, I'm starting to breathe now that I've tuned up. I have 2 stages on this particular amp, and the clean stage has a push-pull on it, so I have like a pre-gain, and then it's a gain stage on the clean signal, and then there's a rhythm and lead function on the head here. So I'm actually on the clean channel, but I've got it dialed up to about 5.5. So I thought that would be a good little spot for today. It's where we are, it's where I am, and I'm going to work with the tools that I have. So I'm thinking about these melodies that I know from childhood. That's a particularly special one for me at this point, and I wanted to open that. I'm not really sure where I'm headed today. I just really want to take it down a notch. I feel like we've been maybe rushing through some of these morning sequences and in a rush to try to get everything done in 1 hour. And I think we've been forgetting about breath a little bit. So we're just going to dial it back a notch. I mean, I'm going to do it, and you're more than welcome to join me if you'd like. So we'll start with a couple of approaches. I think I want to use a plectrum today, and I see yellow. Good morning, Mark. Thank God it's Friday. That's a beast of a guitar. It is. It is. It's a really cool one to play. This is my first time playing it. Anthony, good morning. Mr. Phish with a PH. Love that. Guitar for everyone. Good morning. Raul, good morning. And Lex, we have a good posse going. We're on the right track. So let's go ahead and start with I can see the neck right away needs a little attention. I'm just going to work on these things called hammer-ons and pull-offs. So I don't want you to, I'm not going to speed through this, but I am going to just do this one-handed approach, and I want to encourage you to just take a look at it. Just maybe you can pick it if you would like, if you wanted to pick it. It's a great option. But I'm thinking quarter notes. Or maybe eighth notes, but we're actually literally like hammering on every single one of these. I'm just going to go through a whole fret hand workout this morning. Just get us started. Not forgetting about posture, not forgetting about anything. I'm not overlooking the right hand, my right hand, maybe your picking hand. I'm not overlooking that intention. I am intentionally overlooking it or omitting it. But I really would like for us to understand that we have two distinct tools on our person. If we both have if we have both of our limbs, we could take full advantage of that, of each one of those limbs. And then I'm starting with fourth finger, and then finger 2, and then that actually gives me a different orientation as we ascend the deal here. And what I'm looking to do, and I don't do this exercise clearly, you can tell, I don't do this exercise a whole lot. But I know what's coming up, and I know fingers 2 and 3 are going to be a real bear for me. But we do have this instrument here. We don't need to pluck the strings on the guitar. We can use these things called hammer-ons and pull-offs. Man, I am just blistering my way through this. And by blister, I'm not, smoking hot. I'm talking about like infectious blistering. So let's go ahead and fingers 2 and 3. 1 E and a 2, and I'm going to try quarter notes or one attack per beat. Focusing again on my breath and my posture. Good morning, Steve Cassidy Guitar. Hello, sir. Just some guitar guy. Good morning, everyone. So the hammer-on requires a wee bit of attention in the fact that, I'm going to open up strings that I don't want to have opened up. I don't want to hear the open strings, so you can see that I'm always keeping like a muting finger, or a dampening finger behind the active frets on the fretboard so that we don't hear from the open strings. If we hear from the open strings occasionally, that's all right. It's not a deal breaker, if they speak up, but it's not really, they're sort of in the bullpen waiting to play along, warming up, and I can't really do the open position, so I'll just skip that. 2, 3, go. Well, this is hammer on position 1 is a challenging thing, and I'm glad you're here to witness it with me. But it's one of those things that causes us to reflect on the guitar and possibly build and establish new relationships with the string set that we didn't know we needed. Mr. Phish. And then something that we didn't know we wanted to learn how to do. Now, short tones. Let's try short tones. Heavy little fingers this morning. I'm imagining that these fingertips are filled with little lead. Like not that I don't fish with lead anymore because it's illegal, but there's a lead weight on the dropper, and these two little fingers are really doing their best to just hammer onto the fretboard. So, pinky marathon. It certainly is. Some guy, what's going on? B, good morning. And we'll go ahead and take a look at fingers 1 and 2, 10 and 12. So I might have to use some fret picking hand stuff in order to keep these tones, these open strings at bay. Oh, here we go. G string on frets 10 and 9 and 11, 8 and 10. And you can hear accuracy is definitely a part of the program, right? Guthrie, go man, I'm not. I know, it's just one of those weird things. If you've never been here before and you're just pulling in, I'm sure this is just looking a little bit suspect. I'm getting a little closer to fret 1, so it's a little bit harder to get these. That first finger is having a really difficult time. So as long as I know the problems, if I know the problems, I can solve them. I'm just going to go back to 1 beat, 1 attack per beat. Until I get the feel for it, and then that's how I'm going to rebuild all of the sequencing. Is just taking my time and literally just enjoying every single note and not worrying about, geez, what are other people going to think? I'm not really all that. I mean, I appreciate you being here. I really do appreciate you being here as some friends and fellow guitar practitioners. I cannot express enough gratitude for you being here playing the guitar. But if you're here, I know that I don't have to put on a fake face for you, Like so many of us in the business, it's always about the smile. Sometimes you just want to feel. I talked to a pal of mine named, I'm not going to give his name away, we'll call him David, and I always used to say happy Friday, happy Sunday, happy Thursday, happy. I did it for about 3 months in my local town, everywhere I went, and then everybody started saying, after about 3 months, everybody started saying happy Tuesday, happy day, and happy. And I got to David, he came over to the studio one time, and he says, what do you mean happy Friday? What if I don't want to have a happy day? What if I just want to have a miserable day? And I thought, oh, there you go. Take it or leave it, pal. All right, so that's enough of that. All right, here we go. So let's go. I think this is going to be like just a really different kind of session for me, because I think it's just, we're starting right away with fingers 1 and 3. And then 2 and 4. I've got some neck work to do on this. So I'm gonna actually put you on pause just for a moment, because I need to change guitars. Um, I need to just get this, I need to just get that neck. I think it's been in the situation here, the humidity in this studio is at relative 45%, so I keep it pretty well locked in. And I think sometimes gear comes to us from other places that don't maintain, you know, good relative humidity. So if you're not turning your, you know, if you don't have a humidor for your guitars, but you have a humidor for your cigars, you might be doing it wrong. Let's give that a little more juice. All right. Is that too much? All right, we're back. So let's take a look at fingers 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to just get right to it today. I'll be using my Jazz 2 pickup, my Jazz 2 pick, and just working on, I know we talked about starting slowly, but I'm also going to work on observing speed techniques today. And how would I approach, you know, over the span of the day, how would I approach actually drilling for speed? So this is what's going to happen. Okay, we're going to talk speed today, even though we're taking it super easy and we're super chill. We got speed drills galore coming up, okay? So don't miss it. I'm going to try to talk in an even tone today as a way to celebrate our closing of the week, to celebrate our Happy Friday. And I wanted to take a minute. I know we're halfway, we're 20 minutes in almost, but I wanted to take a minute to set an intention for this morning's rehearsal or warm-up for me. And I'm going to set an intention, and I'm going to set, I don't usually do this, I hope you set one for yourself. I hope you set one for your guitar, and maybe it's specific to this morning right now. But I'm going to set an intention for me publicly right now. I don't typically do this, but I've been singing this song all morning, and I wanted to just set my intention and continue realizing it throughout the day. Hey, good morning, Avoid Ralph. Good morning, Ralphie. So I wanted to set my intention as, let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. That's what morning ritual should look like. It shouldn't be filled with, you know, a slightly overweight, middle-aged, fat white dude yapping the whole time. That's really what this is about. So over the span of the year, I'm hoping to get less and less talky through this, but I feel if I talk a lot and fill the empty spaces with words, the empty spaces can be uncomfortable for some people, for some of us. And what I'll do is I'll try to focus more closely on modeling an appropriate morning ritual. Right now we're just walking through, gathering all of the tools that we need and bringing them into base camp. So, and we're doing fingers 1, 2, 3, stretch 4. It's you know, and it's okay. I think that the idea is that we don't do these things for views. We don't do these things for numbers. I mean, we're supposed to. We're supposed to, and that therein is the problem. Right. It's like we're all on the top of, above the Hillary step, and we've had an emergency, and we need to be located. So I've got my beacon going. I've got my yellow Gore-Tex on, or the high contrast shell on, so I can be found. And that only happens when you're under duress, or when you're in an emergency situation, or when you're trying to escape a bear. So that sort of emergent act on duress, say, hey, look at me, I need to be found, is something we could be shouting to the Lord instead of, to the screen. And I know I'm likely to, lose some of you, and, no hard feelings, but it's important to just sort of use this is a great venue. This is a very powerful venue, but it's also a pretty powerful in both ways, good and evil. So let's go ahead and do the old kickstand, 8, 10, 11, and 12. Everything is going on. That's right. What? Everything is going on. It's kind of funny how that works. Kevin, love that you're back, man. Great to see you. Hope everything's okay. Yeah, I'm with you, Robbie. That's the intention song. That's right. I thought the screen froze, Guy. That's fun. I remember that's really triggering a wonderfully happy memory for me. And here I go off the rails again. Just can't help myself but to talk my way through these practice sessions. Man, what a horrible horrible teacher. I'm not looking for any feedback on that. I'm not looking for pats on the back. Jason, you're awesome. Don't talk down. I'm not in an injured place. I'm in a good place. But it's I could have sworn I witnessed time stop. I'm going to stretch here because this is a wonderful story. And I was at this concert with some dear friends, and my brother was there. I think we were all there, right? And so we were playing a lot of music around New England at the time. And we were at the last concert. I think it was the last concert that the Boston Garden ever held. The old Garden, right? I think it was the last concert, and it was a New Year's Eve show. It was 1993, there you go. And I could have sworn time got stuck there for a minute. I saw a complete, it was a sold out show, I think, and it was a New Year's Eve show. And Phish was playing. And they played this tune, Divided Sky. And it's so funny, Sky, that you're the one who mentioned this. The song was called Divided Sky, and it's like they parted all of the auras, and the entire auditorium was just dumbfounded. So if you know the song Divided Sky, there's a really cool acoustic guitar riff that's a ton of fun to play. If you haven't played it, go check it out, learn it. It's a lot of fun to play. The acoustic guitar part's just fantastic, and up to a point, then you get to the point where if you haven't heard the song yet, then you get beyond the playable part, the sing-along part, and then you're like, oh, okay, I've got to work on my guitar. All right. But the sing-along part, they come up and they just kind of ding, they're rhythming right along, and then ding da ding da ding ding da ding da ding da ding da ding da 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 da, and then they say the words divided sky. It's supposed to go like this: divided sky and the wind blows high, divided sky and the wind blows high, divided sky and the wind blows high. Right. And they do this. Divided sky and the wind blows high. And they all keep singing. I'm not going to do it because it just doesn't have the same effect here, but they all kept singing. They all kept singing in harmony, and they would rotate their voices in and out, take breaths privately, and then come back to the microphone. So there was never a broken period of that sustained melody. And they must have held it for 2 or 3 minutes, and the crowd was just like, they didn't say a word. We just sat there and absorbed the stillness. And they didn't move. They didn't blink. And it was a wild experience. I had never seen anything like it. And they're just so creative like that. They're just so, I remember the days when they started with, a black backdrop, like a scrim, and they sewed up Christmas lights on it because that's all they had for backdrop. And so they've always been really creative about how they use their assets. They use what they have, and this is a common theme for the week, right? So we're just using the things that we have, and now what we're doing is we're coming back to fingers 1, 2, 3, 4. This is, I talked a little bit about speed drilling. We've been separating these fingers. We've been separating 1 and 3, and then 2 and 4. Now I just wanted to come back to doing this hybrid synthesis or composite synthesis of 1 and 3 and then 2 and 4 on the same package and the same string. So that way we're not overlooking those finger patterns that we need to know. And I know you probably are all practicing these things anyway, so I'm not really worried about it. And if you're not practicing these things yet, I'm sure some of us are just blazing through all of this stuff. But there's nothing like a happy Friday to take the time and smell the roses. Just kind of regain some perspective, take it down a notch, and just melt into your practice. I don't know about you. Do you feel like, I have a question for you, and I don't necessarily need an answer. I think I already know the answer. Do you ever feel, well, first of all, if you're just tuning in, I'm Jason, and this is Jason Carey Guitar. This is the morning ritual for guitar growth. I host this every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And I would encourage you to come back with a guitar in hand and practice along with us, because I'm assuming if you're here that you're a guitar player or interested in playing guitar, and if you're already playing guitar, you're already needing to practice every day, so we may as well do this together, you know. And then if you're new to guitar, there are some really great guitar players in the live chat from all over the world who love to talk and love to share insights and have valid and valuable insights, both as beginners, neophytes, experienced players, and advancing guitar players. So don't hesitate to use the banger of a live chat to help, you know, springboard whatever it is you need to have springboarded. Use it up, wear it out, make it do or do without. Oh yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yep. Spent 3 days doing 1, 2, 3, 4 on the steering wheel, and now I can do that well on the neck. That's good. Yeah, that's right. That's how it works. I have a whole song written about using what you have. Look up Denim Dennis Machine. Oh, very cool. What I got can't be bought. I'll have to get another comment in there so I can finish. I've got a heart shape over the top of the last piece of that comment. So we're taking it slow and we're just gingerly going through the program. We don't need to go fast. What we do need to do is go perfect. And what I've been getting wrong, man, and I've been getting this wrong too. I have been getting my breathing wrong for the last month, it seems like. Oh man, that coffee is something else. It's a very special morning. Friday the 13th here, and we've been working on Let There Be Peace on Earth and Let It Begin With Me. That's kind of where I'm at. But we are taking it easy. We're taking it super slow, super chill, dotting all the I's and crossing all the frets. And we're going to talk speed though. Speed is at the tail end of this session, and that's all about how to build up speed and just get kind of like become a monster. Let's go ahead and just go give it one time through the proper 1, 2, 3, 4. One, it's the diagonal pattern. All right, 1 and a 2 and T E on. Let's do triplets. Do triplets. 1, 2, D, gung, ging, gang, gung, gung, ba. Cotter, good morning. Dennis, the machine, or machine. We're pretty fortunate to have so many talented individuals here who are willing to share their craft with the world. You know, that's it's a beautiful thing. So this is what it looks like when you're searching for excellence instead of quantity. You can have it good, quick, or cheap. You can have two, but you can't have all three. This feels really good to be doing because they're like visiting with old friends, you know, or going, you know, going to church. You think you know what to expect, right? Just alternating down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. It helps sometimes to count out loud for me too, so that way I can place accents where they belong. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's really important to be able to, for me, to be able to navigate through those rhythmic structures successfully, you know, with amount of relative success. All right, so Mark, is Mark off and running? Mark, let's see, did I see 1Z and the 2Z and putting on my shoesies? Have a solid day, Mark. I hope you have a rocker of a day. I hope you have a super day, and I hope you all have a super day. Hey man, love the telly. Oh man, Nick, thank you very much. Thank you so much, Nick. It's a near and dear to me. It's a leather pickguard. You know, it's one of those things that, yeah, it's a one of a kind of deal. But you know, it's got the Fralin blues package in it for the pickups, and then the old Wilkinson just makes amazing hardware, dude. It's like, it's hard to beat the Wilkinson stuff. I just love it. All right, now we're in the power hour. Let's go ahead. So we're done. Sort of, we've shed what we needed to shed. So we're no longer obligated to just kind of focus on the breath. We want to maintain the breath, but now we're shifting priorities. So prioritization here is going to be like, let's dial up the treble a little bit. Let's put some bite on this some gun. And then let's go ahead and just work on what would I do if I wanted to build up some speed. Am I going to approach Mr. Dimiola's approach? Am I going to use Mr. Mancuso's approach? Am I going to use Guthrie Govan approach? In any case, we're going to talk about picking, alternate picking. And then we're going to talk about efficiency picking. And then we're talking about hammer-on and pull-off to accomplish the same exact lick. And then that way you can add it, fold it into your practice. Super easy. Any of us can do it. Literally any of us can do this. And you can fold it into your practice and observe, what does it sound like when I alternate pick every single one of those tones. What does it sound like when I use efficiency picking, or a combination of alternate and sweep picking? Or what does it do for my tone? We started out with hammer-ons only, and you watched how painful it was for me to go through that. Well, it's still painful. I could use more work on it because of what I'm going to tell you about here. And I'd like to start using the 3 middle strings. We would typically start with C major scale, but today we're going to start with the F because I wanted to place us in... All right, never mind. We'll just start with C. Okay, we'll stay in C. We'll start... Let's do this. It's the A position. It's so easy. It's the A position bar chord. We know the A chord, right? So then we'll just play A. We'll move it up a half step, B flat, B natural, and then well, A minor 7, right, with the A in the bass. You know, just super easy stuff. But we're not playing in A minor, we're going to play it in C major. We're starting with the C chord, and we're using the 5, the root, and the 3. Yes, we are. Oh. So we're starting with C, and all I'm doing is starting with, oh, I can't use 5, I'm using 5, 7, stretch the 4th finger up to 9, right, 1, 2, 3, down, up, down, super easy, down, up, down, and then I'm moving to the next string up with, because I want to provide continuity with the picking hand sequencing, up, down, up. So, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then, in order to get to the next note of C major scale, I've got to figure out that I'm in C. I'm starting on 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, and then I've got the F note I need to fret here, so I'm moving up 1 position to 6th position, and I'm playing exactly the same 3 frets. It's just how it lays out on this particular piece of the scale. And then descending is equally as important as ascending the scale, apparently, somebody said. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So when I'm descending, I'm careful to do this down, up, down. All right, but I've got to be in the middle. I'm in transition from one position to the next. 10, 8, 6. Let's go ahead and, in case you're following along, I'll repeat it. Let's do it one more time. 10, 8, 6, little palm mute on it. But then I'm already thinking like I'm on position, I'm thinking position 6. So let me sing it. This is what my fret hand is thinking. I'm thinking position 6. Ba-da. So it's la, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do, ti, la, sol. That's what I'm thinking. That's what my left hand is thinking. My left hand's thinking position la, sol, fa, mi, re, do, and then I'm switching. That's what it's literally. Just where is the fret hand supposed to be and when? So you see that quick little hop. So for now that works. It doesn't always work like that, but for now it works. We could use down, 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 down. Or we could use up, 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 up. But what do we need to do before we can play? Let's say I play this downstroke. What do I need to do before I can play another downstroke? I need to come up, right? So I may as well utilize that upstroke. And I know it's, old news for some of us. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Good. Try it one more time. This time we'll try to keep the pick as close to the string as we can without stopping it from ringing, And palm mute a little bit just to keep everything nice and neat. So we're getting really accurate down and upstroke readings. We have a good, clean readout from the guitar. Ooh. Gotta listen for the metronome, Jason. So, when you have that at quarter note speed, then we can start to do 2 attacks per beat. Down, up, 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 down, up. And then 4 attacks per beat. I would probably practice this, this kind of speed drill right here works, over the term. It's a lifetime achievement, I think, but you could get really good if you really just slowly and incrementally increase your metronome. If we try to just jump up too much at a time, we'll end up introducing errors into our practice, and then we'll never make that throw down from the plate to second base. We'll never make it if we don't get it dialed in. Do you know what I mean? Just not gonna happen. Or third base to first, depending, where's the run forced to. Now what I'd like to talk about is efficiency picking through this. And I know this is not necessarily new news for everybody, but I'm thinking that it's pretty helpful to know. Why do I learn scales? What is a scale? Well, a scale is a collection of tones that we use to build everything. It's like the molecular or the quantum, the quarks or whatever this, I don't even know what the smallest particle is now. But I know it's probably not that. It's just a simple collection of tones that we use to inform well, I don't know. Wow. What is it? What is a scale? Does anybody have a definition for scale? I know Harvard's definition for scale. Hey, Zach, good morning. Marco, I was thinking of guitar with twister game polka dots. That's right. A big freezer and a wood chipper. Uh-oh, I missed something. I missed it. So let's go ahead and just think about So let's incorporate sweep picking with an alternate picking sequence. I'll just walk you through this real quick. So we're thinking down, up, down. I'm already going in the position, in the direction of a downstroke, so I'll continue to the next string. So instead of down, alternating down, up, I will go through the motion of a sweep. Carry that down through to the next string. And this is getting pretty close to we're getting pretty close to some of the old sacred secrets of the shredder, you know? So down, up, down, and then continue with that downstroke. And I'm really working on pick control. I'm not going quickly to the G string and then hurry up and wait. I'm controlling every aspect of the flow of the pick so that everything remains in time, right? And then when we get to the top, we'll have to play that note again in order to square up for the reverse version of this. We could add one more string too if you'd like. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and add one more string. Oop, here we go. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and... The top string is going to be 7, 8, 12, position 7. So we're shifting between 5 and then 6 and then 7. So we're using 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 4 on the top. Now we're just going to take a look at just hammering and pulling off. So we're only one attack per string. So pluck, hammer, hammer, pluck, hammer, hammer, switch positions, pluck, hammer, hammer, and then pluck, hammer, hammer. And then we're using pull-offs. Oh. So I'm thinking I can use one pull-off through the whole thing if I time it correctly. My right hand, my picking hand, is going to not rush through the string set. It's going to go along for the ride and calculate its motion or arrival. Oh yeah, it'll calculate its arrival to the G string or to the next higher or lower string based on the arrival and the readiness of the point finger. Oop. You could also suture your way through this with down, up, down, and then up. Yep, and that helps too. So we have a lot of different stuff going for us here. We have alternate picking. We have efficiency picking. So we can really work that into a program, right? So I'd have to work on, you know, just work breaking it down 3 notes at a time. And then you can have some fun with that over the week. But don't forget to stretch, because that's going to generate quite a bit of tension in your body, potentially. So unless you're working on your breath at the same time in synchronicity with that practice. So I'm really happy that you joined us today. I'm Jason, and this is the morning ritual for guitar growth. It's designed by design. I'm here every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and I certainly appreciate you being here. Mark's some guy. The only thing I know about scales is that they're on a Phish. Yeah, some Phish. And then the only thing, let's see, I think Zach, I'll try that. So Zach is, here, just some guitar guy. I learned Believer, Randy Rhoads was awesome. Play along to the album, that helps. Good idea. Playing along to the album is a win-win situation. Just, hey, you have a great weekend too, Jill. Thank you very much, and enjoy. Thank you for sharing that wisdom, that intergenerational wisdom. I've got to read it one more time. Jules Graham used to say, use it up, wear it out, make it do, or do without. It's just a beautiful, beautiful, just a great thing to say. So thank you for sharing that with us. Wonderful. You have a good, super weekend too, and we'll see you all. Mr. Hemlich, hello, Sweden. Good morning. Just getting ready to wrap it up. I've got probably another 30 seconds left or something like that. But I just wanted to let you know that I'm here every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time doing this morning ritual for guitar growth. Yep, I think it's good to go. And you're more than welcome to join us. And bring your guitar and bring a good open mind, and we talk about breath, we talk about tuning, we talk about chromatic style finger exercises, the things that we do in continuity over the span of our entire guitar practice, as long as we play guitar. And you know, it's got all that glitter and glamour that you would expect from a morning ritual for guitar growth live stream, you know. So stick around if you like it. All right, Denim Dennis Machine live at the barn on YouTube. You will love it. I'm gonna go check it out myself. All right, happy Father's Day. Oh, there it is. Happy Father's Day weekend, men. Metronomo para. Yeah, it's a metronome, 60 beats per minute. Can you play Gentle in Mind by Glenn Campbell? Whoa, wow. That's a great request. Thank you for mentioning that. I'm just getting ready I'm dialing out right now as we speak. I'm here for 1 hour, so if you would come back, Sweden, if you would come back and visit us again Monday, we start at 7:30 a.m. Eastern time, and maybe we'll see you again there, okay? Thanks so much for being here, gang, and I really appreciate you carrying the torches in your own families to continue music moving forward, and we'll talk more after the weekend. Premiere tomorrow morning, Chord Chemistry Part 9. AJ, I think, it'll be premiering tomorrow morning at 9, so we'll see you then. All right? Right here at Jason Carey Guitar. Until we meet again, I wish you happy picking.